Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my Incredibles 2 movie review. So I'm gonna try and keep this pretty brief. If I had to describe this movie in one word, it's pretty predictable. Predictable, the word that I would use, and that word is incredible. It's it's not like a masterpiece or the greatest movie I've seen this year. I liked it. I liked it a lot, and a lot of people want to know, is it as good as the first one? I'd say it's about as good as the first one. I may like the first one a little bit better. Um, I may have liked it a little bit better because I felt there was more of a sense of the family coming together to some degree in that one, versus this one was more of like a story that they kind of happened upon because somebody wants to bring back the supers, which is cool. And there have been people trying to say that this is another feminist SJW thing. I don't think so. I'm gonna say a mild spoiler right here. So fast forward about 45 seconds or so if you don't want to hear it. I'll give a countdown. So and the reason is as to why Elastigirl. The focus is on her. And no, it's not some feminist SJW thing. I don't think so. So spoilers, 3, 2, 1. The reason is because the industrialist that wants to bring back the supers, they ran an insurance analysis, and this is in the movie, and she has less collateral damage than Mr. Incredible and Frozone, which are the three. They're kind of like the trifecta, kind of like DC, the Holy Trinity, as they say in DC, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. And she does the least damage when she works. So for insurance reasons, they want to start off with her, and eventually they bring the other two on. Okay, end of spoilers. But that's why they focus on Elastigirl, and it makes sense. And never at any point do I think they disrespect any other character or anything like that. So it's fine. So many people are so quick to jump on this SJW thing. I know what something is when I see it, right? I know there was the SJW button Solo, which I hated. There were the heavy-handed messages in The Last Jedi. This one, it is not some heavy-handed message. If you're looking for that, then I think you're really starting to look through an equivalent lens that the far left does. But this movie was very enjoyable. There are some really great action scenes. There's a scene with a train and a motorcycle that I thought was great. I like the way they used Elastigirl's stretch powers. A lot of people think that's like a dorky power. It's a stupid power. Oh, what can you do with that? And they really showed that you can do quite a bit with that if you get inventive and creative. The baby did a whole lot of stuff. I kind of wish there was a little bit more with the family. They really, the dad kind of. I feel like the mom and the family were separated a bit too much, because with the dad, even when he was running off in the first one doing stuff, he was still coming back all the time with the family. And Frozone has a bigger role in this one. Brad Bird, again, he came back to direct, and I think all the voices are the same except for Dash. There's no way that kid is the same kid, because if that kid was like 7, he'd be 21 now. So I saw the kid who was the voice actor, and he looks like he's about 13, which would mean he wasn't even born yet when the first one came out. He might be even younger than that. So it's a miracle how they found someone who sounds exactly the same. On the Star Strider scale, I think I'd give this movie I think give about an 80. Yeah, it's a great movie. That's about an A- for me. I recommend it, man. Go see it with your family. It's a fun time. The action sequences, man, were really good. The villain, I saw that villain coming from like. I was almost certain I knew who the villain was, and I ended up being right. But that's okay. I don't worry too much on the villain. I tend to worry more on the protagonist. I know ever since Batman, everybody's always got to talk about the villain, the villain, the villain, the villain. And I'm kind of getting tired of that whole, like, how are you going to, 14 years later, or, yeah, I think Incredibles 1 came out the same year as The Dark Knight. It may have, or close to it. 2004, is that about right? Anyways, yeah, go see this movie. It's one of the better films I've seen this year. I do still plan on going to see Hereditary and Action Point and some other movie that I can't remember now. So I saw this movie last night. I'm gonna try to do a little bit better to see movies opening night, even these smaller ones. To me, Incredibles is a smaller one, although it's probably made $150 million at the box office. I don't know, I'd have to check, but yeah, go check this out, and thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for many more reviews to come. I plan on doing 3 more this week, at least. Maybe 4 with Jurassic World. Alright, take it easy. I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye.